and then to share very honestly so that other students from wherever they come from who are attending this program will also know that many of these challenges are not unique to one institution or unique to one country, especially now since after COVID. Many of these challenges are worldwide. That almost you find them almost in every country and in every institution. So the way we are going to run this is that um, each after this we are going to be broken into breakout rooms. We will have either 2 or 3 breakout rooms, depending on the number of attendees. And then we will have facilitators who will show a question each time, and then students will discuss those questions. Students will talk, and then we will just present the prompts, and then the students will take it from there. So we invite everyone to speak. Don't be quiet. Just speak up, and then let us hear what you are facing. The challenges you are facing in your institution. We would like to hear that, because that will benefit everybody. And then how you are coping with these challenges will also be important for everyone to know. So at this time, I will invite the facilitators to introduce themselves briefly before we go to the breakout rooms. So Professor Idorian, can you please introduce yourself?
Okay. Hello, everybody. Welcome to the Global Conversations. It's really nice to be here once again. Welcome, everybody. I've actually looked at the people that have come in so far. It's certainly intercontinental. I am Idorineyo. I am an associate professor of international law. I'm also the head of department, public law, University of Uyo, Faculty of Law. And I want to actually say that the global conversations over the years have fostered a lot of interactions between participants, despite the country or continent that you are connecting from. Please feel free to tackle. Let's hear your opinion on the questions that we put out to you. It's more of the participants sharing their experiences and speaking on the questions that are being asked than we, the facilitators. Thank you and welcome once again.
Thank you, Professor Ayo. Professor Workman, can you please introduce yourself?
Hello, my name is Margaret Workman, and I am from DePaul University in Chicago, the United States. And I am in the Department of Environmental Science and Studies and do research on environmental impacts of various fossil fuels and such. So I'm really happy to be here, and I'm excited to hear what you have to say.
And Professor Udo, please, can you introduce yourself?
You're still muted.
Can you unmute and then speak, please?
Welcome, everyone. It's good to be here at Global Conversations this year. I've always known that our students from University of Uyo have been engaged in global conversations, but I've never been here. I am a professor of real estate in the Faculty of Environmental Sciences at the University of Uyo. I also have affiliations in other universities in South Africa, the University of Johannesburg, and I move around a little bit, and I'm particularly interested in how students cope, particularly with technological changes. So I think I'll learn a lot from the students that have participated in this global conversations. Thank you very much.
Thank you. And then I am Isidore Udo. I teach at Northeastern Illinois University here in Chicago and at DePaul University. So I look forward to also hearing the challenges, about the challenges students are facing and how they cope with these challenges. So we are now going to move over to the breakout rooms. We have 80 participants. So far do we keep it at 2 breakout rooms?
We can keep it at 2 breakout rooms.
Okay. So Emily, can you please create the breakout room so that we get going? Thank you. And then we'll return here at 12 noon to debrief and then to close. Thank you very much.
Okay. Yeah, Braden, go ahead and send us to 2 breakout rooms, please.
Could you give me permissions first? I am no longer the host.
You should be all set.
Okay, Dr. Ayo, I'll make a brief this thing and then you take it from there, please.
Okay.
Yeah. Welcome to our breakout rooms. So Professor Ayo will facilitate this room. Then from time to time, if necessary, I may also come in, but Professor Ayo will be the primary facilitator for this room. So Professor, please go ahead.
Okay. Hello, everybody. Good to have you here. Like we said, this is the Global Conversations. The question number 1 is, in the introduction, we have said that we, the facilitators, we're going to step back for you to take the questions and give us your responses, because we're connecting from all over the world, and it's good to rub minds on this. So the first question is, what technological challenges, sorry, let me take that again. What technological challenges have you encountered during your education, and how have these challenges impacted you? It's on the screen. What technological challenges have you encountered during your education, and how have they impacted you? So anybody, can we have responses, please? Bernice, okay, please go ahead. You can unmute yourself, thanks. Bernice, you can have the first shot at it. I'm asking you to unmute, please.
Hi there. I think the name is misspelled there. I'm actually Javier Almada. I'm from Mexico. I'll see if I can change that. But I just wanted to say that
Okay.
some of the technological challenges that I've found is with the pandemic, we had to go. Let me turn my camera on here. We had to go digital, right, and online with Zoom meetings and stuff. And for me, the hardest part was to be present and be focused on the classes. Because it's very easy to get distracted with all the options that you have on a computer versus just, seeing the professor speak. So that's one of the big challenges for me, was to like refocus and try to put all my energy into just pay attention to the class. So yeah.
Okay. Okay. Thank you. And okay, but after the pandemic, what other thing do you want to share with us on that? Sorry, permit me to call you Berenice for now.
Yeah, sorry. It's fine. After the pandemic, I really find it helpful the fact that I can just hop out online if I have any doubts about a class with my professors. I have any questions or something that I didn't understand. It's much easier to just arrange a meeting, because we have now this technology.
Okay. All right. Thank you. I don't know. I'm not sure I've seen any other hand up. Isidore, can you help me?
Okay.
Yeah, someone wants to speak. Yeah.
Okay, please. Helen, go ahead, please.
Okay. Good evening, ma'am. Okay. One of the things I want to say is as a student, to me, one of the challenges I face is adapting to the ever changing should I say aspects of technology. Like before you could get to learn about a particular aspect of technology, you just realize that it has been updated or things has been changed, and you're still trying to learn the previous one. And before you know, like currently now, I think everywhere is all AI, and we are still trying to learn. And before you know, something else is being updated or upgraded. And so, to me, as a student, that's my challenge. When it comes to technological area. Thank you, Prof.
All right, Helen, thanks for that. We actually have a question on that. So that's why we were smiling, Isidore and I. Yeah, we thank you for your contribution, because we also we have issues with that too. So thanks. Okay, anybody else?
Okay, good evening, ma.
Okay, Blessing, good evening.
Good evening. My name is Blessing Odoma from University of Uyo.
Yeah.
Okay, ma.
Blessing, I'm not sure we can hear you. Oh, Blessing, are you back with us? Blessing, are you back with us? Okay, while we're waiting for Blessing, is there anybody else that wants to share something? Once Blessing is back, she can share. Okay, Lydia, yes, your hand is up. Please go ahead.
Good evening to our facilitators. I am Lydia Ganin from the University of Uyo, and I would love to share a peculiar technological challenge that I encountered during my education and how it has impacted me. So particularly, I would just love to use what just happened with Blessing as a technological challenge that we face here in school. So we have this issue usually of network infrequencies. And so we have issues where we are learning virtually or we are learning online, and then maybe there is a breakout somewhere in the network, and then we have a glitch. So we are unable to access courses for those time. I do not know if it's a global challenge, but it's something that happens, that occurs frequently over here. And so it hinders my learning. Sometimes I may lose focus on what I was doing at that point in time and get distracted into some other activity. Or sometimes I may completely leave what I was doing because of that. And it has really impacted my learning as it deals with technological challenges. But I do not know if it's global. It's just something that frequently occurs over this area.
Okay, thank you, Lydia. Is Blessing back?
Ma, I'm back. I'm sorry, my network went off.
It's okay. We discussed it earlier. Okay, go ahead, please.
So
You can
I
go
had
ahead,
issues with access of technology. So that's the problem I had as a student. I'm still having as a student.
Okay.
So
Sorry,
thank you
you
very
said
much, Ma.
access.
That's what I wanted
Sorry,
to say.
can you expatiate on that?
Yes. Okay, access to technology. What I meant was not every student like myself has access to technological devices, internet connectivity, and softwares. So this has also been a challenge for me personally as a student.
Okay. All right. Thank
Yes,
you. Is there anybody else that wants to say something, or do we move to the next one? Isidore, please, can
I
you
do
help me
want
with
to
this?
say that I have
Maria,
a disability with attention, and I have challenges when my material is not screen readable. I use screen readers so that my attention doesn't go away from the material I need to study, and when I have materials that I can't have screen read, then that's a big barrier for me.
Okay.
Can you introduce yourself, please?
My name is Maria Pollock. I am a graduate student at Northeastern Illinois University, and I am in the program for Teacher and Community Leader Master's Program.
Okay. Good to have you. Good to have you, Maria. Isidore, probably you'd help me with the share. I'm having some issues here. The second question, please.
You mean to the second slide?
Yes, the second slide, please.
Okay.
We'll need to manage time a little bit. So thanks to everybody that has responded. The second slide, the second question for you, our participants, is, apart from technology, what other challenges do you have as a student? And how do you think those challenges have also shaped your educational path? I mean, the first one is the technological challenges. Now we're asking you, apart from technology, what other challenges do you believe are significant for university students today? I mean, the world is interconnected. So what, apart from technological challenges, what other challenges do you think are significant to students in a very connected world? So can we have responses, please?
Okay, Ma.
Okay. Can we take
I would
Zahara?
say mental health. Yes.
Okay, Blessing, you're on. Okay, let's hear you.
Yes, ma'am.
Zahara,
Okay, for me, I
take
would
you
say
after.
mental health. I would say mental health is also a challenge. This is because where students are not mentally stable and they have like issues of anxiety, stress, this can also affect the way they perform in their academics. So for me, that is also a challenge because I have actually gone through such before.
Okay. All right. Thanks for sharing. Yes. Blessing. Okay, Zahara, please, can we hear you?
Hello, my name is Zahara Baker. I'm a biology master's student from Northeastern Illinois University. And a technological challenge I've had is I could not find a laptop for my work this semester. And so I used my sister's laptop that was issued to her by Chicago Public Schools to do all my work. And thankfully, I was able to get a present for my birthday, which was a new laptop. So I'm able to access everything easier. But in general, as a graduate student who only takes online classes, it's imperative to be able to access laptops and technology. My university does offer loaners and loaner computers and stuff like that, but usually it's only for a set amount of time and you have to bring it back. And so that's a barrier to being able to learn effectively.
So Zahara, thank you for sharing that. Can you Can you also talk about other challenges that you might be facing besides the laptop?
Well, technology, like as a graduate student, I work full time. So I also have to coordinate like being able to log in and do my work. Sometimes during work, when we don't have anything to do, I will log in and do my work. I'm also a parent, so I have to manage, having a family and doing my work. And my education is so important to me that despite all these like things in life, I still um, persevere and want to push through. Um, and also despite the opinion of like society who says that, well, if you're a parent or if you're working full time or if you're older, you shouldn't go to school, or saying like, oh, you should be fully committed to one program and do nothing else but study for that program. So I'm challenging those ideas, by pushing through every day. And those are not necessarily technological struggles, but um, I have to have internet in my house, for example, so I have to pay for internet to be able to log into my assignments. I have to have access to Wi-Fi at all times, and also, finding online classes that are graduate level that fit within my work schedule is a challenge. And so this next semester, I had to search for some classes that would fulfill the requirements for my master's, but at the same time, where I would be able to work full time as well.
Okay, thanks for that. That's quite inspiring. Javia, please, can we hear from you?
Yes, touching a little bit on the mental health problems. I think another issue I face is we are such an interconnected world now that I'm looking at problems not just of my own area or region, but also all over the world, right? So I feel like it's this overwhelming amount of information and news coming from all over the world. Some good, but also a lot of bad news, right? That take away a little bit from the focus on just my career. So the benefits of being interconnected also have this downside where you have to deal, or at least it feels like you have to deal with all the problems in the world, and you're incapable to solve those, right? So yeah, that's one of the challenges that I've had.
I think we share that particular challenge because, I mean, being fed with so much, and most of the news would be negative. It can
Yes.
actually have very negative impact. Yes, I find myself having to shut out a lot of news too, so that I can be able to achieve.
Yeah, right.
Thanks
Like
for sharing
you have
that.
to pick which news you're actually gonna pay attention to because of that.
Yeah,
So yeah.
Thanks for sharing that. We appreciate it. Chinasa, please, over to you. Chinasa, your hand is up.
Hello.
Yeah. Sorry. Can we have our videos on so that we can have more connections set up?
Okay, let me try to switch on my video.
Okay.
It's seem to switch it. I can't seem to switch it on. I don't know.
Okay, you can go ahead.
Oh, okay. I want to talk. Okay, my name is Chinaza Ifeanyichukwu from University of Uyo, and challenges that I've been facing aside from technology, I would say is financial challenges, which I'm sure most students is like a global challenge because most students have run into student debt, having to collect loans. Just like the previous speaker said, she has to work full time to be able to pay for major things, which is also what I'm facing personally, because you have to work, to sponsor yourself through school, especially if you do not have a sponsor that is taking you through school. So that is one of the challenges that I face as a university student.
Okay.
Yeah, that's it.
Thanks, Chinaza, for sharing. Helen, we want to hear from you. Your hand is up. Helen, please go ahead.
Okay. Good evening, Prof. Once again. My name is Helen Etienne from University of Uyo. Okay, another challenge is I would like to talk about is health challenge. As a student, this could actually be limit a student from actually um, living up to a student's vision or dreams. Like in a scenario where during exams or tests, a student is being sick. I think I've actually, I remember that I've written exams before with chicken pox. I was actually sick with chicken. I had chicken pox. I had to write exams with it. It wasn't really comfortable, but because it was during exam period and I didn't see myself carrying over that course, so I had to write it. So this is one of the another major challenge that students face. Thank you very much, ma'am.
Okay, thank you. Do we have anybody else that wants to contribute to that, or we move to the next person? Is there anybody else, please? I hope I'm not skipping. Okay. I don't know. You see that? Have I missed out anybody? I don't think so.
I'm not seeing any hands raised.
Oh, okay. Okay. Can we go to the next?
There are some hands raised. Yeah.
Okay.
Good evening. Good evening,
Okay, good
everyone.
Good
I'm
evening.
Irene Ekon from University of Uyo. I want to add to the aspect of finances.
Irene, can we see you? Let's connect more.
Okay, ma.
Okay, thanks.
Okay, so good evening once again. I'm Irene Ekon from University of Uyo, and I want to add to the financial aspect, whereby there are some courses online or some textbooks where students have to pay money to get access to these textbooks. And some of these are in pounds and in dollars. And at some point, it's not actually affordable to get one or two of these items. So the aspect of finances is actually a huge problem in the global field and also to us today. Thank you very much for having me.
All right, thanks a whole lot. And I think you've taken us, Irene, you've taken us to the third question. Isidore, please, can you put up the third slide?
So I'm not running those slides. I don't know who is running them. Can we have the next slide?
I was trying to run them myself, but I got paused.
Okay. Were you the one who shared the screen?
Yes, and then I got.
Can you unshare? Let me share.
Okay.
Then I can run this thing for you.
Okay.
Or you can keep going.
All right, I've stopped. Okay, that's good.
Okay, let me share.
Okay.
Okay, so that is the screen, right? This is the next one.
Okay. Yeah. So now, what we want to see then now is how do you? I mean, Irene talked about affordability. So what we want to know from let's learn this. How do you navigate affordability, accessibility, and the technological challenges that you face in your educational journey? How do you balance that? Affordability and then having access to the resources that you need, and then trying to overcome those technological challenges that you face. Chinaza, your hand is up.
Okay. For affordability, I will speak from my own personal experience. I try to do all freelancing jobs because I do blog writing and stuff. So I try to do and that will help raise income to be able to afford, but it's only limited. I can only be able to afford like few. And for accessibility, there are some courses actually when we talk about courses and textbooks or even
international webinars that could help one. There are some courses that I cannot have access to, probably because of my location, because most times students in third world countries find it difficult to access certain opportunities, maybe because of our location. So I find it difficult. There are people that have their way around it, like using VPN and stuff, but it's not all students that can afford to subscribe to VPN. And for technological challenges, well, technological challenges, there are some that are within my control, and there are some that are out of my control. Let me say, for instance, the first question addressed a network glitch, especially in third world countries like Nigeria, and such technological challenges, I may not be able to, do something about it because it's not within my power. But let me say, challenges such as getting access to a laptop or paying for a course or things like that, I could, save up money for it or apply for scholarships to be able to afford those courses, and then apply for student grants and bursaries to be able to afford the laptop.
Okay.
Thank you.
All right. Thanks, Chinasa. Sorry, can I call us maybe a little bit randomly? I hope I don't embarrass anybody.
Just
Lucas,
before
can we
you,
hear
excuse
from
me,
you?
Professor, just a point of correction. Countries are no longer called first world, second world, or third world.
Oh yeah.
Countries are
That's
developing countries.
developing.
Yes.
Yeah, that's
so,
true.
so Nigeria is a developing country, not a third
Yes,
world.
Nigeria is a developing country.
Thank you.
Okay, thanks for that, Professor. Sorry, I hope I don't embarrass anybody, but I think I'll need to hear from certain people. I may just pick you randomly. Lucas, I'm starting with you. Sorry about that. Can we have your opinion on this, please?
Sure. So I apologize. I'm not really the best one to pick. I just joined and was just able to get the camera and sound working. So I only joined halfway through this question here. So I apologize. I guess for me, in terms of navigating affordability and accessibility, I'm not sure how much I can really add, but I just think that for me personally, I've just been able to try to work. I've been working since I was a young kid. And so I've been able to kind of work for myself doing lawn mowing and my own business, and just was able to acquire the technology I needed to help in my education. And I was also very blessed to go to a good school and a good elementary school, which provided us with technological pieces of equipment, whether it be computers or other things. In middle school, we had access to a 3D printer. So I've just been very blessed and fortunate to have multiple kind of opportunities to experience technology in my education.
Okay, thanks for your contribution. Let me check if anybody's hand is up so that I probably don't miss somebody's hand is up for. Okay, is there anybody that wants to contribute to this?
I do want to speak on this, if I may.
Okay, Mario, please go ahead, please.
My name is Maria Pollock from Northeastern Illinois University, graduate student. I'm also an immigrant from Germany. I do want to share my perspective on affordability because Germany is a country where higher education is publicly funded. And so my first degree was paid for by the public in Germany, and I served Germany as a teacher, as a high school teacher. And so that's a different concept, that the public pays for the degrees that society benefits later. And I think this is something to think over. Here in the US, I found that there is very little support for people who earn a degree that serves the public later. So that's one issue, that the public money doesn't flow into the future.
Oh, thanks so much for that. Yes, we appreciate you for that. Helen, is your hand up?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, please go ahead.
Okay, to add to what every other person have said, I want to say that, okay, how I navigate the affordability, accessibility, and technological challenges in my own end as students. In as much as we complain about financial challenges, somehow we usually have access to data for fun. Let me say for Facebook, for Instagram, for TikTok. So what I usually do, instead of probably using the data I have for all those social media platforms, I will actually use them to actually take advantage of free online courses. Because in as much as I know that we have financial challenges, there are actually some free online courses online that that if you actually have data, it will be possible for you to make use of those courses, or actually access the courses. So that's actually how I'm able to access. I'm also able to deliver both the technological challenges, that in the aspect of financial challenges as a student.
Okay, thanks for that. So probably it's a matter of opportunity cost, right? Okay, let's go to the thanks to the respondents. We appreciate you for your contributions. Isidore, can we have the fourth question, please?
Absolutely.
Yes. So yeah, it's on the screen now. What resources are available from your institution, either your institution, your government, from NGOs, from corporations, from your community associations, that you find to be supportive as it concerns your needs as a student? What available resources is your government giving to you, your institution, your corporation, or even your community association, and you think that, okay, these resources really support my educational path? And what other resources would you like to have a better journey through your educational pursuit? So can we have responses, please? We have responses, please. While we're waiting for somebody to, I hope I don't embarrass anybody. But can we hear from Luana? Luana Sampaio. Sorry, I'm trying to pronounce your name. Hope you don't mind. Luana, can we hear from you?
Is that Luana?
Luana, please, can we hear from you while we're waiting for... Okay, Brian, can you speak to us? Brian?
Hello.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hello,
yeah.
Brian.
Well, how's it going? My name is Ryan. I'm a graduate student at NEIU in Chicago in public health. I guess from my perspective, my current job pays for my education, which is good. I work for the city of Chicago as a paramedic. So that was a good resource. But I think NEIU offers some different programs for students with I guess discounted tuition and scholarships. I'm not too familiar with that area though.
Okay.
Yeah, that's basically I've had support with current jobs in my full-time role. So
okay.
My educational expenses.
Oh, that's good. Okay, Maria, thanks for that. We appreciate you. Maria has put up that NEIU has the Diversity, Equity, and Inclusion Council, and that it's a powerful group that provides input for NEIU faculty. Lydia, your hand is up. Can we hear you?
All right. Once again, good evening, our wonderful facilitators. I am Lydia Aganin from the University of Uyo. And there is a resource available from an NGO that just clicked in my mind, which I find to be supportive of needs of students. And that NGO is Edu Stipend. So every month, Edu Stipend opens the platform to request from students for laptop, for data stipend, and then for a learning resource. And so they ask questions according to your needs as students for what you need each of these resources for. And then at the end of every month, they select a specified number of students for whom they would give these resources to. And I find that if we have other organizations like these that give out resources to students, could be even data stipend at the very least to aid students' learning journey, it will be better. It will be better. And I think it will benefit and be more supportive of our needs as students. So that's for a non-governmental organization and a corporation. And for the government, I think one resource that is available that we all use is that of scholarships. So at regular periods, the government opens up their platforms too for scholarships for students to apply. However, one challenge I have noticed in these opportunities are that they are usually competitive. So there is a specified number of slots that are available, and compared to the number of students that really need this, I feel we need more institutions that put their hands on deck to listen to and attend to the needs of students. Thank you very much.
Okay, thanks a lot, Lydia. Lydia, please, can you put up that the NGO's link or name so that others that may want to use them can have access? Okay, Zahara, your hand is. Please talk to us.
Yes, hi. So I wish that the United States offered like a public payment for like university or higher education, but unfortunately that's not something that we have. But something that was a great support to me was FAFSA. Without the federal government loaning the money, I wouldn't be able to go to school at all. My mother and myself, we graduated during the pandemic together. We both earned our bachelor's degree together. So at some point I was almost a first generation, but thankfully my mother graduated with me. And
Congratulations to
so
your mother.
thank you. And so it for people who don't have parents who went to higher education and don't come from any sort of like opportunity to pay for college or the thankfully we have a loaning system, and hopefully we'll come to a solution in the future like for student loans. Aside for that, from that, there at NEIU, something that the reason I went back to NEIU for my master's was because of their sense of community, and the professors there that like genuinely care and want to talk to you and want to support you, and advisors. And recently I was given the opportunity to do research last summer, and I was able to get a stipend. So I didn't have to work full time for a couple months, and I was able to work at Lurie Children's doing community participatory research. And it was a great experience, and I was thankful for that and being able to do that. And I think that that sense of community and connection and resources are like imperative to be able to go to be in higher education, and people should have those available to them if they want to pursue higher education.
Okay, thank you. Thanks for that. I don't know if anybody else wants to contribute to this. Is there any hand up? Helen, your hand was up. Oh, but it's no more up, right? Okay. Okay, we can go to the next slide, please. So somebody had raised this the other time, but I think we're down to it now. How do the rapidly changing technological learning tools such as Google Docs, social media, AI tools, software, or even the physical tools? How do they affect your educational experience? Sorry. How do you cope with the ever-changing softwares, tools, platforms, and how do you adapt with the changes? Can we have participants? Can we have people talking to us? Want to hear from you. I mean, a lot is going on. A lot. You're having softwares and platforms. And okay, Chinasa, is your hand up? Okay, Chinasa, please take the first one.
Yes, my hand is up.
Okay, please go ahead. Please.
Okay, so concerning this, I want to share an experience concerning AI because I feel like to an extent AI is giving more credit than it should, especially in recent times. Now it is more difficult to differentiate between original work and work innovations that have been created to dance. In my line of work, freelance, where I write an article, originally it is said that the work is from AI. While you are trying to, as a ma'am?
No, please go ahead.
Okay, while you're trying to write for students, we have to write projects, theses, and all these stuffs, and you're trying to make your work as original as possible. Imagine having to go through all those stress, and then you are being told that your work is AI generated, even when you know clearly that you didn't use any help from AI. So it's becoming like a sort of a big challenge, because how do you defend your work, especially when all these softwares are saying, oh, you used AI, even when you did not? That's for AI. And in terms of other social media and Google Docs, I feel like most students don't know how to use all these because some of them do not have access. For instance, I work out with them, but I've met people who, when you begin to discuss all this advanced stuff, they are like they are draw a blank because they have never, or yeah, that's it. And for me, I don't know how I've been able to. I don't know how to advise others to cope because I how do I explain this? Because I won't say if you write a whole work and you are being accused of using AI, I won't know how to tell you, okay, this is what to do, this is what to do. But I feel like this is a challenge that should be addressed. If there is a system or something that can be created to actually encourage students, so that when we make an attempt to write original work, it won't be said that the work we did is from AI, because it's actually frustrating. So that's it.
Okay. Okay, thanks for that, Chinaza. Javia, please, can you talk to us? Your hand is up.
Yes, one of the challenges I have with AI tools mostly is when I'm working on a team. Now it's harder to know if people is actually trying to work in the team, because sometimes you ask for something and there's some parts of the work they're in charge of doing, but then when you read them, you're like, maybe that's not something that you did, right?
Yeah.
It's a problem too, even for the students that are interested in the topic, whatever, to realize who's not doing their part, because we have AI tools now.
Okay. All right. Thanks for that. Sorry, did I see Helen's hand up? Can I? Okay, Helen, your hand is up. Okay. Please just take it briefly because I need to. Okay, go ahead.
Okay.
Please.
Okay, Prof. Okay, I want to say that in as much as this new learning tools is quite challenging in terms of having to catch up fast with them, but I'm actually going to look at the advantage, the positive side of it, like the use of this new learning tools have actually helped us to think faster as students. Because I can remember when one of my friends, when he saw that WhatsApp actually was updated to Meta AI. He was already thinking about it even before it was updated to, as in, even before the owner of WhatsApp updated to that extent. He was already thinking about, oh, that something like this should be added to WhatsApp. And also, like this Zoom meeting that we're having now, it wouldn't be possible if there was no advancement or changing in technology. Like this meeting now, we'll have to, us that are like myself and some students here, you will have to pay our flight down to DePaul University or wherever this is being set up. So, but because of this, we can actually see ourselves and communicate and interact with other students as well as lecturers from different countries and universities. Thank you, ma'am.
Okay. Thanks. Helen, we appreciate you. Carolina, hope are you? For what Chinaza talked about, well, if you're not using AI, if you're not using AI I mean, you can't actually stop. What we're using now is AI and technology, but what the teachers frown, what the lecturers and the teachers frown about is probably when the students just go download whatever ChatGPT and other softwares done for them, and then they'll probably staple them together and present that as their work. I mean, that's plagiarism, that's unethical and all that. So if you probably asked by the tutor or the lecturer, you're using AI. So all you need to do, and it will show in your references. I mean, the references of the works that you've contacted will be in your footnotes, or depending on the kind of referencing style you're using. So if you're not using AI, I'm sure there's nothing to worry about. Carolina, please, can we hear from you? Thank you.
Okay, so with like the rapidly changing technology,
Carolina,
it does.
Can you introduce yourself first, please?
Oh, sorry. My name is Carolina. I'm a graduate student at DePaul University in Chicago. So going back to the question, I think like rapidly changing tools, I think are helpful in educational purposes, like the AI as she was talking about. It does like have a way that it does help, but it could also like be bad in the sense like students are either like plagiarizing or taking it as their own work. It could be helpful in the sense that it could like help you summarize or get something quicker, but we shouldn't use it to the advantage that we're gonna like copy whatever it says. We should use it just as like a resource or helping us. But the rapidly changing things like do help us in education, because like Google Docs or Microsoft, we're able to share live like our documents and be able to work as a group together. Sometimes you didn't have that and you had to have the document going back and forth. So as working as group projects, especially when we're doing online classes, it's really helpful because everyone can see what's being done in real time and do any changes that we need.
Okay, thank you. Daniel, can we hear from you? Is there anybody that wants to talk to us on probably any of the softwares that you tried to utilize and then you're having difficulties presently? Maybe we'd just like to hear what you did. But while we're waiting for that, can Daniel talk to us? Okay, if Daniel is not ready, can we hear from Natalia? Natalia, please, can you talk to us? Natalia, please. Okay, Oh, Maria, is your hand up?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, okay, please go ahead.
Thank you for this opportunity and asking about technological learning tools. I think we also need to talk about technological research tools, which are part of our future workplaces already. I am really glad that we have the opportunity of remote collaboration. I think this helps bridge the cultures, bring us together in synchronously, like whether we edit a Google Doc at the same time, or we have like a conference like this. This is really stepping up the pace in how we learn and how we produce knowledge, new knowledge or outcomes. I do think that we are lagging in higher education with the use of AI tools. For example, NVivo or DDoS or QDA Miner. I am curious who in the room has had the ability to use those tools, which are trainable AI tools that we use in qualitative and quantitative research. It's an important skill for us, for the next generation, to be able to use those tools in the right way. Many AI tools, not ChatGPT, are trainable by us, feeding them the knowledge and the sources that we work with. And that is something that I would expect faculty to teach us. That is really important because it's a marketable skill that's expected in today's work world. Thanks.
All right, thanks, Maria. We appreciate you for that. Daniel says, Chinaza has a point. Most AI content checkers are not accurate. My manually written paper has been flagged twice, and that almost landed him in trouble. And Favor Nkanan says, yes, some AI are fed with the same materials and books, which are the same, which we painstakingly source for in our research. Okay. All right, Isidore, can we have the last slide, please?
Okay. So very soon we might be returned to the general.
Okay.
Group, so.
Yes, because we will be returning to the. Okay, so can we have the last slide, please?
Guys, it's there on the screen.
All right. No, we are taking this. Okay, 6.
Can you see it?
What supports networks such as family, friends? Yes, I can say it. Okay. What support networks such as family, friends, or institutional support groups impact on the quality of your academic journey? I mean, in the course of your academic journey, you've not been an island, right? So you want to talk about how your family and your friends and institutional support systems have aided you in your educational journey. So can we have people who want to talk on this?
Okay, so I think it's about time to leave and return to the breakout rooms.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Okay, that's in 43 seconds. All right. Thank you so much, everybody. We appreciate contributed to our discussion. Let me just take the chats. I think I have some chats in here. I hope I can take the chats before. Oh, it's almost time. Well, it's okay. Thanks, everybody. We're going back in there to the main room. Thank you, and thank you. All right.
So welcome back, everyone, from the breakout rooms. At this section, at this time, Dr. Walkman would take over and then help us through the debrief process. Dr. Walkman, please.
Braden, is everybody back?
I think so.
Yes.
Okay, great. We had a great discussion in breakout room 2. We really only made it through 4 questions and briefly touched on question 6. So I hope you group 1 had as good of a discussion. So why don't we have Iterin, why don't you summarize your chat and then call on some students to talk about some of the main points.
Okay, we had very interesting discussions in our breakout room, and I think we came to a consensus that technology and technological advancements have actually aided educational paths for everybody, both for the facilitators and for the participants. So at this stage, I would like to call on Maria, Javia, Chinaza, Helen, and Lydia. Any of you can probably just make your submissions.
I do want to summarize that that we are embracing technological advances in our learning. Sometimes we have financial hurdles to access the internet or to have a laptop that can be difficult, but overall, technology has helped us in connecting and collaborating in our work.
Okay. Maria, please. Okay, thanks, Maria. Chinaza, please go ahead with yours.
Okay, so this conference was really eye-opening because I got an insight into other challenges that other students in other parts of the world are also facing. Some different challenges they are facing and similar challenges that they are facing, and some mutual standpoints that I realized is financial challenges, mental challenges, the use of AI, being able to afford technological tools such as laptop, paying for courses, and all those stuff. So I really learned a lot about advanced technology, and I also learned that when it comes to the use of AI, if you believe that your work is genuine, according to our prof facilitator, that you don't have anything to worry about, even though other participants have also shared that most times they write genuine, well-researched articles and is being flagged down as AI. So those are some mutual and similar challenges.
Okay. Javia, can we hear from you, please?
Yes, I really love this conference because it was so nice to see that I'm not the only one dealing with my own issues, and that even though we have challenges, we are still eager for knowledge and to try to find success in our own careers. So I really like that.
Okay. Helen, can we hear from you? Helen, can we hear from you? Okay, Carolina, please, can we hear from you?
So just to summarize, yeah. Okay, so just to summarize, I think it was really interesting of how technology has been ever changing and how everyone in different places have similar issues or problems regarding technology and how it's advancing and adapting to it and how it can be hard.
All right, thank you. Lydia, can we hear from you, please?
I particularly enjoyed the discussion of how technological...
Lydia, can you put on your video, please? Thank you.
Okay. I particularly enjoyed the discussion on how technological advancements have aided and also the challenges that technological advancements have brought to students' learning. And in my breakout room, which is breakout room 1. It was facilitated by Professor Ayo and aided by Professor Isidore. And we highlighted the challenges we have faced as students, particularly funding, accessibility challenges, network glitches in some areas. And I discovered that while some countries have advantages in that some got paid, funded by the public for their education, other countries do not have such advantages. But despite all this, we were still able to look for solutions to work together and to advance our learning journey despite the challenges that we all faced. Thank you.
Okay, thank you. Bernice, please, are you here? Bernice, can we hear from you? Okay, Lucas. Lucas, please, are you here? Okay, Helen, are you here? I think for the sake of Helen, are you here?
Yeah, okay, yes, so I'm actually using Irene. My network is quite bad.
Okay.
So I'm using Irene.
Can you put on your video, please?
Okay.
All right.
Okay, from my end, it was really the breakout session was really exciting, and I learned. I actually in everything the question that we asked, I literally saw that we actually asked the question and we also gave the answers. I actually trained back the question back to us students, made us to think outside the box, because somehow I was thinking that it's the facilitators that will actually give us the answers to this question, but making us to think that okay, that in the midst of all these challenges that we have as students, that they can actually be solutions, and we can actually think of these solutions, and we're actually living these solutions every day. So it was really an exciting moment for me, and I learned a lot already. Thank you, ma'am.
All right. Finally, Zahara, please. Let's hear from you. Zahara, please,
Yes.
can we hear?
Yes, hi. I enjoyed this conference. I loved every part of listening to the different perspectives, especially from students in Nigeria, and learning how the barriers that they might face are far, and so that's very interesting to me. And just being able to connect with other students, other professionals, and then I was just thinking about how amazing it is that each one of us is in a different location, and we are all able to connect and be a part of this discussion that is very important, and that we would need to see improvement in. And the bit about the AI really shocked me, because we do have software such as Turnitin that analyzes papers for plagiarism and stuff like that. And even that makes me nervous. Even though I write my own work, I'm like, oh my gosh, like the software is always going to give you a percentage of what it thinks your paper is plagiarized from. And it's concerning that already we're seeing papers being flagged as like AI generated. And computers and AI, although they can be leveraged so that we can use them as tools, might become a hindrance to us as like a society, because we won't have the tools to be able to distinguish between what's written by AI, what's written by a human. And also it will have people not writing their own work, and also people will use it as a tool, and that will eliminate some skills that are needed initially to be able to recognize what's written by someone truly and what's not.
All
Okay,
right, thank you.
Thank you. Thank you, Group
Okay.
1, Breakout Room 1, for your contributions.
Thank you.
In Group 2, we had, it sounds like somewhat of a different conversation than what Group 1 had. In Group 2, we talked about how I think technology has been pretty challenging. And not only for students, but for instructors. Students are finding that instructors are having issues with all the new technology that's coming out. Some of the non-technology challenges were, paying for things like rent and food, and so on, having a lot of things to juggle, and also the resources that were available. The students felt that maybe the universities could offer more, such as library resources, and university email addresses were a big thing. So that's kind of how our conversation went. So Godfrey, why don't you pick on some of the students to highlight what we
Yeah,
talked
we had very interesting discussions. And like Zainab, can you please speak out a bit on the kinds of things we talked about?
Yes, hi. So, hi everyone. So, what I discuss is about honestly, I can't remember well what I discussed about, but I remember that I talked about the rent expenses, which is really above the students' ability, and it will be very supportive if the government support the students and give them like a discount in some buildings. So for example, for DePaul students, they can get affordable fees for rent, for example, if you want to join this place, or otherwise you can go and choose your the apartment that you prefer. Second thing I discussed is about the website. We have a struggle about how we enroll the courses in the website. For me, because in my home, we just go to the registration center and tell them that we need these courses, and they will enroll it for us. But here, they are really give you everything in the website, and you should go and enroll the courses. This is what I discussed.
Yeah, thank you, Zainab. Morin, can you please rehash a few of the points that you raised during the breakout session? Morin.
Yes, please. Am I being heard?
Yes, we can hear you.
Okay, so during the breakout session, the issues that I raised was the issue of career uncertainty. What path should we really take? We live in a world where you go online and you see a lot of opportunities. Lawyers online, especially on LinkedIn, will tell you you can do this, you can do that. So sometimes these new areas of practices, our tutors may not be very, very familiar with them. And so we're not able to know what exactly to do, right? Because young people are exposed to technology, and so we learn a lot of skills. And if we pick a career path based on our skills, then a lot of us will be running around 2 or 3 paths without knowing exactly what to do. I also raised the issue of time management and organization, like being able to balance and schoolwork and extracurricular activities. And I also, my colleague had mentioned the issue of not being able to access some site or some library because you know that school email addresses. That's amongst many things that we talk about in our breakout rooms. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you.
Nkeruwem John, would you like to share some thoughts with us? Is Nkeruwem John still here? Can we hear from Sanche?
Hi, my name is Sanche. We were in the breakout room talking about so many different things as we are from different backgrounds. Everybody had their different takes on everything. The main thing which I could remember is like everybody said that being a student, the professors or the teachers expect so much from us. Like they think that we should be knowing all this thing, and because of that reason, few professors are not actually expressing or explaining too much on it. At the same time, we also discussed that this is a new thing. This technology is a new thing for the professor as well as the students. So we are learning everything all together. And when they are being taught about something, they are passing it on to us. And at the same time, we are also learning on the same thing. So this was a take that slowly and gradually together, we are moving towards a new world, which is all enforced with technology. And like the other groups also said, they are working on the AI. They were talking on the AI. It is a real challenge for everybody, not just students, but for the professors and teachers as well. Coping up with that would be a great thing, and learning that together will also be a great thing. Thank you.
Yeah, thanks, Sanche. Can we hear from Edidion? Edidion Abasi Wills? Edidion, yes.
Okay, can you hear me?
Yes, we can.
Yes, we can hear you.
Okay, so I spoke about school email addresses in the breakout rooms. So sometimes when students try to access learning materials, the sites will either request that we pay for them or we use our school emails. And I've noticed that my school does not have an email that we can readily use. I also spoke about training for tutors because AI and technology is something fairly new in Nigeria. And I'm certain that most of our lecturers and trainers don't have the skills to teach us using these means. And I feel like the universities and colleges should employ instructors for these tutors to be able to use these systems to teach students, because I don't think that at the university level, in a perfect society, students of the university level cannot use these systems. I think that generally they will expect us to learn these things before we get into the university. And it's sad that most of us don't know how to use these things. And in our breakout room, we spoke about how the universities can let teachers learn these things. And I think the government can do better to equip foundation schools, say primary schools, before the students get into the university, so they learn these things before they get there, so we can effectively use these systems. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you, Ridon. Hiba, can you give us some cultural slant to this stuff? Can you talk to everyone about it? Hiba, Pakistan slants to this. All right, maybe she's not here. Can we hear from Alice? Alice, mature student? Alice, are you here?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yeah, I didn't talk much, but I think from all sources, all contributions from other students, I can say we are fortunate. I know I'm from Africa, and I know when I was when I came to the US newly, it was a very big challenge when I started schooling, and I broke at a certain point and came back. So I saw that a lot of international students are facing challenges, and it is not new to most of us from most immigrants. So, but eventually, when we persist, we ask for help, we take advantage of resources available to us in our communities, in our schools, wherever. I think we'll overcome those challenges. Thank you.
Thank you. Can we hear from Mary? Maybe take a last one. Mary Colombo. Mary, if you're not here. All right.
Yes.
18 book.
Sorry.
Okay. Mary Colombo, yeah, you're here.
Yeah, I talk about the challenges that is like sometimes reaching out to classmates that they don't check their email, they don't check the portal. So it's hard, so it's hard for me to plan ahead doing the assignments because I have the classmates that don't respond or respond last minute, and the assignments need to be turned in. And also the financial challenges that, when, like in my case, that I have to work full time and go to school, and then makes it harder to concentrate and do my homework. Oh, thank you.
All right, thank you. Can we take one more, or
Yeah,
that's
go
it?
ahead.
Okay. 18 book. 18 book, Udo, can we hear from you? Maybe that'll be the last one.
Yeah.
18 book.
See,
Okay.
they're here.
It's not here.
Hello, good evening, sir. I'm here. I'm joining from someone else's phone.
Okay,
It's so
all right,
funny
fine.
that we are discussing technological challenges, and I just experienced mine firsthand. Thank you.
Okay.
Okay. During the breakout session, I talked about the lack of resources for research in the universities for students, especially final year students like us writing our projects. So it's very difficult for us to get hard copy resources from the university libraries because some of us may be writing on novel topics and these libraries have not been updated with the resources to accommodate the topics we are writing. And we will need a lot of references for the bibliography. And if you cannot get these materials from the library, I wonder where else you'll be able to get these materials. That was my contribution. So I think the institutions should do better by providing students with these resources. I mean, if we need students to come out with an excellent project, with an excellent work, we need to ensure that the process of learning is also excellent. They can't give what they don't have. So that's my contribution. And I believe that due diligence will be carried out in this effect. Thank you.
Thank you. And Austin, so Austin, if you're here, you said something about paywall and all that. Can you repeat what you said during the breakout session? Austin talked about.
Yeah, I talked about. Hello, everybody. My name is Austin.
Can you switch?
I'm from
Can you
the
switch your
Department
video
of
on?
Real Estate Management, University of Uyo.
Austin, can you switch your video on?
Actually, I'm not in a position to switch my video on right now.
Okay,
About that,
go
so
on.
I'll just
Go on
go
then.
with audio.
Go on then.
So,
Go on, Austin.
I spoke about like the exorbitant prices of textbook for college students like us. Obviously, some of us don't have that second source of income, and when it comes to some research going online, a lot of these websites and pages have paywalls before you could reach the papers that you're looking for, the research that you want to reference and all that. So I was thinking about maybe a solution for students, maybe maybe gift cards or something like that to give discounts to students or just allow them access the paper. So yeah, that was my point. That was the point I contributed. Thank you, everybody.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you
Thanks,
for
Maggie.
breakout room too. Good conversation. So to summarize, it sounds like we think that technology has good and maybe bad sides. There's good things that it helps us connect with each other. And then there are some other issues with technology where we may not know how to use the technology, or the technology costs money, or maybe the technology is not available for us. And so again, good and bad sides. Also, it seems like some places have resources that are available, and we just need to take the initiative to go out and find some of these resources if possible. Some places and some resources might not be available, so we need maybe some help with that. But I know in group 2, the consensus was you need to go and search out some of these things, find your classmates, interact with your instructors, go to the university to find out what resources are available, because a lot of times resources might be out there. We just have to go and find them and access them if possible. Isidore, do you have anything you wanted to summarize?
No, I just wanted to thank everyone for attending. Thank all the students from wherever they attended, from Mexico, the United States, Nigeria, and all the other countries. So we look forward to having events like this in the future. And then it's always great to hear different perspectives from students. And then we want to thank DePaul University, the Office of Global Engagement, Emily, Gian Mario, and all the people in that office for hosting this event. So thank you, everyone. And then it's been very, very lively to listen to everyone, but also very sobering to hear what the students are going through just to have an education. So we hope that things will improve as time goes on, that things can things can be done better in wherever we are at our various institutions. So thank you once again. Have a great day, and we look forward to meeting again soon. Thank you.
Thank you. Thanks for attending.
Thanks, everyone.
Thank you.
Thanks,
Thank
everyone.
you. All right.
Thank you.
Bye.
Yeah.
Bye.